Oh, I'm thrilled. When they told us we were going to do it, very nice. Can't wait to see the photo. It's going to be outstanding. No, this is a thrill. I mean, this man paved the way for us, and I appreciate it. Well, appreciate it.
Well, as I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, you are having the privilege of seeing hockey's greatest, and it wasn't only by my word that everybody knew he was the greatest, but it didn't matter who you talked to, he was the man. And believe me, he had a lot to do with this championships that we have.
Keep going, Milt. Keep going.
You think that he's not right?
Bobby, many of us believe that you are the greatest player ever. Do you believe that Milt is the greatest Bruin ever?
I would go with that. Yes, I would. I would go with you, Milty, being the greatest Bruin ever.
He's got to say that because I'm sitting right beside him.
Why do you think he's the greatest Bruin?
The way he played, I didn't see Milty play. I've seen a little video, heard a lot about him. Wasn't very big. He was talking earlier about smallish players. Wasn't very big, but he had a heart this big on the ice, and that's how he played. And he was a great player, and he's a wonderful individual. He's a great man and a great friend to all of us.
Well, I tried to be.
You are a great friend, and it's great to have him with us tonight.
Bobby, what does it mean for both of you guys to share this moment, your 50th anniversary and Milt's 80th anniversary?
Well, I'm thrilled. I've known Milt longer than 50 years. I've known Milt 54 years. Milty scouted me when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
And I've known Milty obviously for a long time. He's been a great friend. He's been my coach, my general manager, and most importantly, a very good friend. And I'm thrilled to be with him here tonight.
Bobby, do you remember stepping on the ice 50 years ago, and what was that like?
Oh, I sure do. I remember, first of all, going to my first training camp in London, Ontario. In those days, we went to training camp to get in shape. We trained for 5 to 6 weeks. At the London, I can remember going in, getting my key, going to my room, and there's a guy laying on the bed in his underwear with a little bit of a belly, smoking a cigar. And I looked, and I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Hello, Mr. Busick." He says, "You call me Chief or John." So John was my first roommate, and during that camp, it was a courtyard, and the GM had a room over there, and it came time for the players to go over to find out where they were heading. And I got my call, received my call, and I went over, and they told me to come to Boston to finish training camp. And I remember staying at the Madison, coming to the Boston Garden my first time. Although we had been here a couple times with Oshawa and Niagara Falls playing, but to go into the dressing room and the equipment is set up, pretty special. And I certainly remember the first game, yes.
Bobby,
What do you remember about that game?
I remember Gordie Howe hitting me and knocking me
How
down.
do you remember that?
Oh, I remember that. It's funny, when I was a very young boy, Gordie Howe came to Parry Sound to do an appearance for a store that he worked for, and I was fortunate enough to go fishing with him. I love to fish. He likes to fish. Love to fish, and he says, "So son," he says, "you want to play in the NHL?" "Oh, I would love to play in the NHL." And he says, "Well," he says, "if you ever get there," he says, "watch for my elbows." So he showed me his elbows the first night, and it was a win. We won 6. We beat Detroit that night, I think 6-2, and I was watching my pretty pass, and Gordie put me on my seat. I mean, when I came here, this stuff was written about this player that was coming, and he was going to do a lot. And after my first year, we were in last place. The year before, they were in 5th. So I didn't really do a whole lot. But then watching how it came together, I mean, Johnny McKenzie was here, Chief was here, Eddie Westfall was here, Dallas was here, Gary Doak was here, Don Allery was here. So there's a group of guys that became very important to our team as the years went on. And then Derek came, and Donnie Marcotte came. And then Mr. Schmidt made the deal for the 3 Chicago boys, and now we're going. So to be part of that was very, very special. And to be part of growing up in Canada and always wanting to be a professional player, and my dream was to be on a Stanley Cup team. And I can see it like it was yesterday, Chief Cup overhead around Boston Garden.